how do you love? Today we're gonna be cooking a dish that I didn't know I knew how to make, and I thought I was just putting it together. So for a full, complete list of what you need to buy at your grocery store, please click on the description down below and the link will be right there so you'll know what to buy if you wanna make jambalaya with white rice. Okay, so I made it the easiest way possible, and it literally, I'm looking at my notes, it took me 10 minutes. It takes 10 minutes to cook in my electric pressure cooker. So I'll show you how I do it. It's really easy. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this open. I've already pre-chopped. Really, you can chop whatever you want as far as the peppers are concerned, because whatever was in my kitchen is what I used. I used one whole red bell pepper, orange bell pepper, yellow, and about a medium to small red or purple onion. The debate still stands. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pour this into my pot, which has been cleaned and it's now empty. My electric pressure cooker. And it's gonna do all the work for me. So I'm gonna put that in. To that, I will be adding 3 minced and chopped garlics that I've already pre-chopped. And usually I put a chile jalapeno. However, the only thing in my kitchen today was a chile serrano, so I'll be using a medium to small pre-chopped chile serrano. To that, I will be adding my favorite sausages. I like to play around with the different sausages. As you saw in the previous video for the ingredients, these sausages are chicken sausages, and they already have some herbs, and I got these at Trader Joe's, so I can't wait to taste them. And I used all four links, see? Whoops, one of them wants to get away. First time I cooked this, I was just finding things in my refrigerator, and my husband, I already cleaned the surface. My husband was like, once I was done making it with white rice, he was like, you know how to make jambalaya? And I was like, I do? And I was so excited. And then I used 2 12-ounce bags of shrimp that I've already cleaned and deveined. And they are raw, they're uncooked, and I'm gonna put them straight in here. And you can season to taste, but as you can see, I will be adding chili powder. So you could add chili powder to your preference. I'm gonna do a couple shakes, like how many you saw me do. I'm gonna be adding granulated garlic salt as well to enhance all of the flavors. I'm also gonna be adding garlic salt, and you can under season if you prefer, so that way you can adjust any seasoning. I'm gonna add some onion powder. I'm gonna add some paprika. I'm gonna add a little bit of Creole, because that's pretty spicy, the one that I have right here. Creole seasoning. And then I'm gonna add some Slap Yo Mama. I'm really excited about this one. You know, if I had potatoes in my fridge, I would add those in here to just make sure. Some people like to add some salt. Some people like to add corn on the cob. So whatever you prefer and want to add, crab legs, whatever you want. It's your dish and you are creative, and I'm sure it's gonna be delicious and your family's gonna love it. And Italian seasoning. All right, so this is what my mixture looks like right now. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a little mix. And this is what it looks like after I've mixed it. I'm gonna place it in my electric pressure cooker. I'm gonna come over here and align the little circle that's right here with the circle over here. And once that's done, I'm gonna position the lid on the unlock side and then switch it over to the lock side. Make sure my circles are aligned. From there, all I will be doing is setting a timer for 10 minutes and cooking on saute, which is one of the functions that it has on here. All right, so let's get started with our white rice. What I have going on right here is I have warm water that I've been allowing my 1 cup of white rice to sit, and I've been washing it and giving it a little mix. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and strain it now. And then once I strain it, I'm gonna put it in my pot. In my pot, I've added about a tablespoon of butter along with 2 tablespoons of cilantro and a little shake of salt. I want my jambalaya to be the highlight of this dish, so I won't be focusing on the white rice. I just want the white rice as a base. So in my kettle, I have 2 cups of boiling hot water that I will be adding as soon as I strain it, and I'll be placing directly into my pot. In my pot, I've placed the cup of rice that I mentioned earlier. You may think that the washing process, you might be like me like before, that the washing process of the rice is not that important, but the white stuff that is removed from it is what actually helps it cook better and be amazing and the perfect texture in the end. So keep that in mind. Washing step, important. Now I will be adding 2 cups of boiling water into my rice and letting it cook at medium heat for 20 minutes, and then I'll check on it and I'll be right back. Okay, if you've made it this far in the video, I know that you want to know all my secret tips and ingredients. So here is my secret tip for my perfect white rice. It has been boiling for about 15 minutes, and take a look at the texture. Like, you could see like the moisture in there. So there's still like a little bit of moisture in there. And this is, at this point, is when I turn it off and I put the lid back on it and I let the steam do the rest of the work for me. So it's slow cook. So I let it sit for at least an additional 15 to 20 minutes before I serve it. And then it ends up being the most delicious white rice. So I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so my rice has been sitting and just cooking with steam. It's completely off, like I mentioned, and it's been sitting for about 10 to 15 minutes. And as you can see, even at this point, it's like the perfect texture. See that? That's my little trick. You guys can try it, see how it works. If it works for you, or you have a better way or a better strategy, comment down below. I'd be happy to hear your tips and recommendations. And remember, you are a confident cook, and you have the liberty to be creative in the kitchen, and whatever you create is going to bring your family together. So this is the finished product. I'm going to be honest, I did not want to post this recipe in particular because I overcooked my shrimp for about 4 minutes. So definitely don't overcook or leave an additional 4 minutes, but it's okay. You live and you learn, and I also wanted to show you guys that I'm not perfect and I'm still learning, and I need to set a timer so I can remember to pull out my shrimp in 10 minutes or less. But here's the final plated version.